Alright, hi guys, Jason here with Starlover Real Estate. Welcome. First things first, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, watch these videos, like the videos, share the videos, tell me what you think. Another thing we need to get started now, this is going to be video 5 in a series of videos where I'm pretty much walk you through an ugly house that I purchased for a fix and hold strategy, rehab the property to where we now are, where we have a newly signed lease for $600 a month. On a 12-month lease. So it just will make things, put things in better perspective for you if you just watch video 1 through now, and again video 5, where you can kind of see the transformation of the property. And during those videos, I did communicate at the end. I would go over the numbers on the property, just so you can kind of see how I make a decision on what's a deal and what's not a deal. So we'll go ahead and get started. It won't take too long in this video, probably less than 10 minutes. But one thing I noticed here is the ARV on this one is about 45K. Okay. So on this particular deal, as you can see from the purchase price, $5,700. And I actually got this property. I was in the neighborhood and noticed that it was vacant. I was working on a handful of other properties in that area. So I just simply dropped a letter in the mail to the seller, to the homeowner, just asking, or would they consider selling it? And they said yes. Talked to them. I think they wanted it between about $10,000 to $12,000 for it, but we ended up, I ended up getting it down to $5,700, believe it or not. Repairs on it, I figured doing a walkthrough, I came up with about 10 to 11,000, but I said about 12,000 just to be over a little bit. I ended up coming out about 13.2, which was over my budget. Reason being, just so you guys know, when properties are vacant, this one was vacant for about 4 years. A lot of times people will break in the properties or go in the crawl space on their properties, and they steal all of the copper, all the plumbing out of the property. Okay. So when reviewing and inspecting this property, I knew some of the plumbing had been taken out. What I didn't know how extensive it was underneath in certain areas I couldn't see without going up under the house. But once we changed out all that, we noticed outside of the house going to the water line, we had to dig in front of the house a little bit. That pipe was completely just destroyed, corroded. So we had to change that out too. So that put me over budget a little bit, but no worries. I still was under 20,000 for this property, which was my goal. So expenses came out at 18.9. My gross rent, I actually thought about doing 675. There's a property right next door that they had recently just finished rehabbing that. Now, mine's a 3.1. This one's a 3.1. And that one is a 2.1 and smaller. And they tried to get 675. I thought that was a little high. And that property is actually still vacant, to be honest with you. So that's just a little bit too excessive for that area. But I did try for the first few weeks 650. Phone rang a little bit, but nothing major. Okay. I knew between about 595 and 650 would work for me. So after a few weeks, I did lower it to 600 and got a little bit more calls, a little bit more feedback on the property from there. And that's what it's going to be rented for on the 12-month lease. So that number works for me. Okay. Now this is just, again, I use this as a quick on cash deals, very quick. You just plug in numbers and it spits out what the ROI is in the cap rate. And FYI, when you're doing deals all cash, your ROI and your cap rate are going to be the same. Okay. So vacancy loss and maintenance are two expenses that you don't necessarily have to have. I know some people don't. And management fees if you're managing it by yourself. You may not necessarily put those in there, but I put them in as a worst case scenario. Management, you can easily use 10%. Vacancy loss, you can easily use 10%. But these are just what I use. 7, management 10, maintenance 8. Your insurance, which I suggest you have insurance, is going to be a fixed cost. And your property taxes, I suggest you pay your property taxes, is a fixed cost. So these numbers, I give you a monthly and an annual. My taxes on this one was about $768, insurance $650. I think that's a $100,000 policy if I'm correct. I get some of my policies confused on my rental properties. My management fee, I do not manage my properties. I pay someone 10% of the monthly rents to do that. I would suggest you do the same, but it's up to you. No association fees and maintenance, 8%, and then other, there aren't any. So that gives you an operating expense of about $220, $2,700 per month. So net operating income, $332 a month, worst case scenario, and then your annual $39.82. So that gives you cash flow of $333, and then your cash flow in about $39.82 per year. Return on investment 21%. I will do that deal all day. Okay. Now your return on investment, most folks are going to tell you want 12 and above, 12% and above is attractive. Your cap rate, most folks are going to tell you 9% and above. So this deal is just, again, I will do this deal all day. All about purchase price. It's, it's a little luck to it, but it's all about trying to locate deals and using whatever campaign you can to locate and then negotiating those deals. Okay, like I said, she wanted 10 to 12,000 for it. This is what I paid for it. That's a deal. Okay. And even at 13.2, that's not bad for a house that's been vacant 4 or 5 years. And need to be rehabbed from top to bottom. So I'm going to fix, like I said, I've already fixed it was a fix and hold strategy, excuse me, on this. But if I do decide to go on another option, another way, this number is attractive. So that's kind of at the height of the market there. So to make it attractive, I could still go in about 35 and still make a profit. Okay, you're looking at what 15,000, anywhere between 10 to 15 that I could make if I turn around and decide to sell it. So again, it's a win-win. But this one, my goal is just to hold on to it in cash flow. Okay. So I hope this video was informative. Real quick video. I apologize. I have been working on some other deals and I have not documented those deals. So I've had a few people email me or make comments saying, hey, we haven't heard any videos or seen any videos from you in a while. I apologize. In 2018, I am going to do a better job of that. With that being said, it is actually December 20th, so we're in the middle of the holidays. So I wanted to wish everyone a happy, safe, and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And again, share this video, comment, tell me what you think. Again, very simple spreadsheet, guys. Very simple. Plug these numbers in. Use this. You can use something like this to quickly analyze a deal if you're especially going to do a quick cash deal. Remember, guys, the money is already printed. You just got to go and get it.